All right, so we're live, guys. I'm going to take you guys with me to try to pass these take profits. So this is what I'm gonna be using to try to pass them. As you can see here, fresh 50K. So leap got three. So we're gonna try to make some shake with that today and doing it the right way. Taking the right amount of risk, not over leveraging. I don't even believe you can pass in one day. So all right, I'm ready to do it. So what I want to see, guys, I want to see if I do like how we're going higher first. We left equal lows with previous days low. So I definitely feel like we should hit that. I would like to see if we tap the weekly open before doing so. All right, so boom, there goes our weekly open. We do have an hourly gap here. Small thing. No low to the day currently. I do like that as well. So we did take pre-market high. Want to see if we want to go for pre-market lows now. We do have an S&T at the low of the day with ES. I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference looking at a higher time frame. I definitely feel like we can at least clear previous days low. At least. I think it's coming now. Monitoring the 15-second here on my other screen. Maybe we take the previous candle side. I do see that we're starting to chop around. We do have a gap here with 930. We did just take the previous candles high. I want to see if this is going to cause us to go lower. If we're serious about doing it quickly. So not getting the delivery to the downside just yet. We may want to hit this hourly gap that we have, which is still cool too at 816. I definitely feel like if we start closing above that, I would start looking for a new high today. We do have a balanced price range here. So we opened the day at 6 yesterday, left a gap, basically ran the sell side through that gap as well. So it's a balanced price range. Touchdown flight to Boston. Looking at regular trade now, it seems is there anything to note that they could potentially be going for? ES does have some pretty clean lows with the past 2 days as well. On regular trade now, it's so we definitely our first gap is here as well, right at the weekly open. This is going to tell us a lot. I do like how we have no low to 9:30 currently. Mm-mm. So we took the previous 5 minute candle high on. I mean, we took it on NQ2. Definitely watching this first gap here. How do we use it? It's really going to be extremely important. Then we can see the ATM here for the 1 minute time frame. Would be a close under here. I know we right by a very, very key level at being the weekly open right here at 795. So we want to be aware. We have a small volume imbalance right there with that last 1 minute candle. It'd be great if we can respect that. We'll cry. I'm about to try to sell y'all for the first trade on this ag. Do want to see how we close this candle. So we definitely still kind of closing in the gap. We want to be a little careful here for sure. Let's see if we can get a rejection of the high end of it. It's definitely still bullish as of now. We got a real. Oh, I thought we had a real some back with it. Mhm. Not really interested in longs personally until we get a little more structure on a higher time frame, meaning a close above that gap. I would look for something like that, but that hourly gap, or at least above half, because we got some real clean targets lower. I definitely think a close under this low here could be another ATM right here, right at the weekly open. We currently don't have a high to this 5 minute candle, so I am monitoring that. I'd love if they can print a wick and then still move in that way. That'd be fine. That'd be pretty choppy so far in the open. Seems like the macro is probably going to push us where we need to go. All right, so we just printed a wick to the new five. Hmm? Yeah, that's why I'm just being patient. I ain't trying to rush this up. Okay, yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna try it there. Happened kind of quick here on the. Let's see if we get any sort of pullback. We may not get it. It's okay. So we got a 15-second gap here. Monitoring that. Monitoring how we use it. That was a pretty quick crash. So you want to be careful here. What I would want to see is rejections of 795, which is the weekly open, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna sell there. Got in a lot lower than I would like. Show you guys my fill. Stop definitely gonna be at the high of 940. Let's see what we can get. Let's see if we can get the continuation down towards these lows. If I put my stop up for y'all. Definitely want to see what happens once we make a new low to 930. How do we act there? They did that shit so quick, y'all. I'm sure I got a better feel. That's all right. Moving candles around. Definitely want to see if this ATM is going to hold us lower. It'd be great if we can close under that 5 minute gap we made with 9:30 as well. 15 minutes about to start closing pretty good too. Definitely and a nice rejection of the weekly open. Definitely would be okay for us to expect those loads to get taken out now, depending on how we treat 9:30, of course. I want to see us rush through 9:30, y'all, if we can get that nice inversion made. They come back to my side, they're definitely just on the choppier vibe. Yeah, I mean, I could have probably used that to get a better answer. That was great. I would want it to for sure. I mean, we do have a weekly open right here too, so I'm allowing it to go there. 795. We just made a new high with ES as well. I do understand this is a new 15-minute candle too. So it would be okay to see if it wants to attack some of this weight. Definitely not seeing the delivery one. I may get stopped out here. Oh, I actually did. Okay. That was 803. I still think we can go to the downside. I don't like that delivery. I mean, we did take the low out on ES. No low to the day is kind of criminal though. I mean, if they want to keep it that way, that's fine. I get it, but it definitely seems pretty criminal for me. Thought I put my shit at the 5 minute high. I guess I had it a little close. So this is the current P&L down 305, which is okay. Very, very okay. So on this next trade, I'm gonna go half risk in case they give us another chance. I meant to put my stuff at that 5 minute high. That's all right. So we have a volume imbalance here. I definitely think a close under this down close candle here. I'll try a re-entry and keep my stop at that same place. Definitely liking the rejection of the weekly open currently. Now it's 9:50. Definitely just wanted to wait for the macro, it seems like. Currently don't have a high. Know what that means? I want to see if they make a high to 9:50. Can I get anything into about the rush? It goes 9:30 there, y'all. I may not get it, y'all. May it slipped away from me. I thought I put my stop at that high. I would have been good. Damn. My only hope, y'all, is we get something in this range that I can look for, but I may have missed my entry, which is okay. It's not okay, but like it definitely happens. Let's see if we get something in this area here, though. Looking here at my 15-second chart. So I'm looking to see if we get some sort of 15-second ATM under here. Let's see if we get it. Seems like we're about to get it. So let's try that there. Let's see if we get the push through. I want to see if this gap can stay open at 774 before hitting this low. So let's see what we get. Oh, damn, I thought I had my stuff like that. 734. So now I'm watching that 930 open price, see if we can stay below that. I may look to try to add to this position if I see a signature I like. The new 5 minute candle now. 5 minute did get us a nice close under. This will be my ad here. If we can get a close, looking at the 15 second. So we did just hit the 9:30 open price. So I'm gonna look to add there, y'all. Filled me, average me in just a little higher. Why didn't it even say? So our hourly's about to come to an end as well. We did take the previous hour's low. We did tap that hourly gap. Definitely looking like previous day's low at least. Now, if they want to chop price up after that, they can, but I definitely am favoring that for sure. Let's see how these next 2 minutes close as well, too. So if we can get a close under this down close candle here, this will turn to our ATM because right after that candle, we made a new high, tapped at 9:30. So a close under here should be our ATM short to continue to send us lower down into previous days low. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna take 15. Did we clear? We did clear. What's this? Oh, that's the actual level. Oh, okay. I was making sure I had the right level. So we can get a close under this low. I don't think we should have much of a struggle. Go ahead and actually clearing that level out. We are about to start a new hourly candle as well. So I'm definitely feeling like we can get 9 o'clock low as a little extra piece of the pie. We do have half of the daily order block at basically 23,700 as the extra target if they want it. I can see the money clear. I'm not sure. Probably. Hopefully they don't turn it bit back. But all right. So it's 10 o'clock now, guys. 15 minute, basically have equal lows with the low of the previous day. We took out all the liquidity from today. So if they did want to try some foolishness, this would be the way they do it for sure. Definitely watching this bearish gap here. If we can hold that, we should be good money to continue to go lower. Yep. And then we have a 1 minute ATM cover with it too. I wasn't able to take anything off, y'all. That's why I'm still holding this. Let's see if they mess with us today. So that's a new low to 10. Definitely feel like we can take the previous hour's low. Definitely getting the vibe, wanting to play around a little bit, y'all. So we definitely going to be aggressive on getting things out. I see it now. Yep. So they ain't gonna give us previous day low, y'all. Kind of like what happened Friday. Stop right before it, run up against it. Definitely gonna be watching this 9:30 open price. If we can continue to stay below it, I still have faith in the trade. We start getting closes back above it. 778, 780 is my stop loss. So right back at 9:30 here. Seems like they're definitely going back to the weekly open. And I gotta close it there. So unfortunately was not able to get that low. That's literally all I wanted. But definitely being a lot more difficult today. I wasn't able to get it. I got one more trade in me to see if we can try to get some of this loss back from today down a lot more than I would like. As we can see here, definitely some bullshit. But let's see what we can do. I definitely still like previous days low. That would be the only reason why I'd take a trade if we can get down into there. So let's see. Definitely some bullshit there, but I get it. I definitely feel like we're starting to get to that point for the higher time frame of us wanting to go back higher. We've retraced a pretty good amount, especially if they want to continue to move higher. This would be a great area to do so. Definitely feeling like wide or short was more, what do I want to say? I guess more difficult or just more high resistance than I would have liked. It definitely always seems like we stop right before key targets nowadays. Definitely annoying there. Yeah, we didn't take it out. And then definitely just going to continue to watch that weekly open, see if we start really getting some closes above it. Basically through the inversion now, back at 9:30 open price. I do have an area that I'm looking at here on the 15-second as our ATM to try to go lower. So I'll be paying attention to that. We do have our small first gap for here for the 5 minute. If we can close under that, that'll be a good sign. So definitely just watching that 9:30 open price, seeing how we use it. As of right now, now it's being used as support. So that would support the idea of us going back to the weekly open and first gap. If we can start to get closes below it, definitely feel like we make our way back down to today's low. So that's really what I'm looking at here now. So we're approaching my 15-second ATM. This is now a 1 minute order block. If we can get it closed, this can be a great way for me to enter. Definitely just want to continue to see closures though. We do have a 2 minute gap too. It definitely would be great for me to wait to see if we can get a close under that. Seems like it's probably gonna be an inside 15-minute candle. Mm. 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 In the meantime, let's check to see what our P2P gang did. Pre-market model missed the first entry, took a loss. B. So it seems like P2P is struggling a little bit today as well. So holding 930 as of right now here on the 5 minute. I think a great entry would be under half of this wick here. That'd be pretty decent. Understanding that we still are in a 2 minute gap. We do have one lower as well. They could play around with. I do think that this draw is really a lot stronger um, than what's going on. So if we did want to start to move lower, there's a very, very strong draw on liquidity. Equal lows at a daily low. Even if we just pierce it and come back, that's what I would look for. So our what's the name did for immediate rebalance on 12 hours. What I was looking at earlier today. We did take the low out. They just making it more difficult for sure. Chrome heart beanie off a tech in on the weapon. This T is set by that check. Man. So as of right now, supporting this 930 open price extremely well. could support the idea of us going back up to the weekly open potentially. I definitely would like the short to happen in this area, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Maybe we take the previous 15-minute candle out and then try it. That's the only thing that I see because we are rejecting the weekly open extremely well on the higher time frame. Mm. Well, any funds in the red, go yard, Billy one and none, when the money come and then go wild. He off his Zoloft, so lost. So definitely looking like the previous 15-minute high and then potentially weekly open. Obviously, if we start getting above that, I would look for a new higher today. Seems like the next best time for me to wait for is 10:30, going into the 10:50 macro. If they give us anything there, I still do like the entry under these levels here though. We can get back through it. I do like how we took the previous candles high and rejecting it this way. Still very lackluster as far as where it wants to go though. I do like the bearish order box being supported as of now. So we'll see if that holds. The only ones changing are ones that are doing the math. We do have S&T at the high at 10 o'clock currently. A little choking on my box check. So boom, there goes our weekly open. We're now near back to first gap. Definitely starting to seem like this low is going to stay in place at least for now before this high is getting taken out. Now close above the first gap. Definitely looking like a new high today. I really wouldn't look for a long higher time frame wise until we really start getting closes above this hourly gap. If they're doing that, then yeah, they're probably going to leave that low in place at least for now. So I'll definitely be watching the bottom of this hourly gap, 815, to see how they use it. Are we going to be using it as support, which is basically this 1 minute gap here? How do we use it? It's a pretty decent reaction from the old high. I definitely want to see how we act at this first gap in the weekly open. We start getting close below it. I think I'm gonna bet on this high being the high before these lows getting taken out because we are getting more search and destroy conditions. So I definitely feel like that would be the case. And we're getting some pretty decent closes here on the 15 minute at that weekly open level. We haven't seen a close above it since we opened. So I do like to see that. So that means I would look for something in this area to try to take us down into here. So the way that is moving, I definitely just want to get in anything above 10:30 open, if they even give me an opportunity, and preferably above 9:30. It seems like they about to flush it right through though. So right now we're above 9:30 and 10:30. I think I'm gonna try here and my stop be at that high, especially since it's lower risk. I want to give myself the room. That'll be perfect for this too. So we did just take this low out. I do understand that. I do want to see how we act, however, because I do like the continued rejection we're seeing from the weekly open. So that's a new high to 10:30 there. These are all new highs to 10:30 currently. Definitely don't want to see us go too much more past that weekly open if we're serious about going there. So I do see this 1 minute gap here. I definitely would want this to get disrespected. So pretty mixed there. Watching this 1 minute gap. Definitely as of right now, just seeing more range bound coming back to the middle of the range. This move lower could be false. Um, I definitely do feel like, I mean, 1050 should let us know what's really good. I haven't seen a close back below 930 yet after closing above it. Once again here, I haven't seen a close back below it yet. Definitely mixed. Definitely mixed. I do like this now though. I'm reading books now. Definitely still watching that 1 minute cap. Make sure there's nothing else here. Nothing else really in the way besides the chop. Still using that gap as support, so definitely just want to pump the brakes there. We had a 4 hour gap up here as well too. 4 hour gap with equal lows. I promise you, if they let them lows stay in place, they got it. No lie. Yo. I definitely am going to try to short in this range. Now that we are above, yeah, I'm going to try that there. Now that we're above 10:30, we're above 9:30, we're above 10 o'clock. I do like how the 4 hour looks with us having equal lows and us running into a 4 hour gap. I would have to just get stopped out here for me to believe that it's not going to happen. I'm not going to lie. So my stop is right here at this time. I've had to cut my position down. I was doing five, I had to cut down to two since I took two losses. Definitely will be my last trade. All good in the hood, man. All good in the hood. I definitely want to see if 1050 is going to lead us down into this area. Definitely going to end today with a loss, unfortunately, but let's see if we can just get some of this back with this trade here. First one was just a human error. I thought my stop was at the old high. It actually wasn't at the old high. If it was, that probably would have been my only trade for the day. Or maybe even I might have tried it again still though, because I still do think these equal lows can get taken out. But yeah, human error there here was just too low to try to short and still try to capitalize off of. I think that's the biggest thing there. Definitely reminds me of last Friday. It definitely reminds me of last Friday. Same type of vibe. You got to be patient. Hopefully we can get it with 950 macro. I mean, excuse me, 1050. It's the final trade of the day idea. Short here. Stop is at the high. Oops. Stop is at the high. Target at the low. Probably like just above the 1-to-1. I know. Not the best risk to reward wise. This potentially could be high today. I do like how they ran this out before 10:30 so that they can make a high here so that these lows could be more of a potential. So I do like that. We did just now get a close back under 9:30. That's a great sign. Let's see if we can get the follow through now. That potentially could be swing high on the 15-minute chart as well. So I definitely would look for at least a new low to 10. And also, let's see how this 9:30 open price gets cooked up. Because to the made $100,000 pay, I split on the bag before I hurry. Early just me like they counterfeit. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cut. That's it right. That shit real good. Do you know what I'm saying? I woke up to the mirror, $100,000. It's going on the bag. So many blue hunters, they sticking at the counterfeit. I'm going down. So in 2 minutes, we're about to start a new 15-minute candle. Let's see if the previous 15-minute candle can close. I mean, if we can close under the previous 15-minute candle low, that'd be a great sign of us wanting to make our way back to 10 o'clock low and then potentially that low, our target. All right, so we just made a new little 10:30, guys. Let's see if we can get the follow through. 10 o'clock low is right here, 7:45. Nice close at a 15 minute. That's really, really nice. 10:30, I mean, excuse me, 10 o'clock open is right here at 7:48. Let's see if that has any effect. How do we act at it? I'll make it shade yellow. We'll do yellow. That's the new low 10 o'clock there. So let's see if we can rush down to our target. So we start. So they put us through the ringer, y'all. Definitely would have liked getting up here, but there goes our target. Still great, great trade. Great trade. Very much more low resistance than the past. So that's fire. Wonder if we can get a new low here. I don't think so. I know how this should go. Boom. All right. So I'll buy him back there. Now we'll be trailing. See what we can get out of this last contract. Because we are about to start the 950 macro. My next target is half of the daily order block at 700. So I want to see if we can get that. But obviously, we've been range bound. So every new high and low on a day like this, you want to be on alert. So personally, I would just want to see if we can stay under 10 o'clock open. So I'm gonna move my stop to probably like 751. I'm not even about to say it, but yeah, I get the deal. Let's see if the macro can put excuse me, can push us to that daily order block half mean threshold. That's what I've been looking at. So this down close candle here, half is about 700, and 700 big figure would be fire as well. So let's see if they want to go for that. It'd be great if we can make an order block at this old low. That would help our idea out. All right. Like I said, I definitely want to see what happens at this 10 o'clock open price. My stop is a few ticks above it. Seems like I may get stopped out, but that is okay. Boom. So there I go there, starting to come back into the range as expected. I'm gonna just call it a day there and just take the loss. As we can see, down about 1% on the account. You know, we only got 4% as far as drawdown goes. Confident I'll be able to get it back using just the correct amount of risk, excuse me, tomorrow and for the rest of the week. So definitely will keep you guys updated there. This is the reality of trading, guys. So if you want to learn how to trade correctly, manage your risk right, and be able to lose correctly, definitely give us a follow. Give me a subscription. That's all I'm asking for. It's free. So press that subscribe button, like the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys tomorrow. I will be recording every day to see how we can get this account passed and paid out.